It is a history-making morning today. 2 SpaceX astronauts have joined an incredibly elite club and have carried out the first ever civilian spacewalk. We're going to show you the scene as billionaire Jared Isaacman was the first to exit the capsule and take in the view. Here's the moment and his first words as he sees Earth with nothing but his visor between them.
Back at home, we all have a lot of work to do, but from here, Earth sure looks like a perfect world.
The spacewalk to test out the brand new space suits is all part of Polaris Dawn mission. It's coming to its end now. Capsule, repressurized. This crew traveled farther into space than any human since NASA's Apollo project more than 50 years ago. They were 3 times farther out than the International Space Station. I know somebody who was watching very interestedly this morning. Our senior science reporter, Nicole Mortellaro. Tell us a little bit about this monumental moment in space, Nicole.
Well, this was something that has not been seen for a very long time. I mean, the spacewalks that we're used to seeing are, you know, these big, bulky spacesuits and you know, not being tethered. It's more harkening back to the days of old with Alexei Leonov back in 1965 conducting the first spacewalk. And then in 1965 in June, we had Ed White, the first American spacewalk. And that was kind of what this was like, because the whole cabin was depressurized, leaving another astronaut in Ed White's case, exposed to space. And now this was incredible. It looked almost the same. And check out those spacesuits. I mean, sleek to say, you know,
the least, yeah.
Exactly. And you know, we know an astronaut very well who he's done his own spacewalks in something very different, Chris Hadfield, and this is what he had to say about this.
And then the 4 astronauts are wearing spacesuits that no one has ever worn in space before, and no one has ever done a spacewalk in. These are the first spacewalking suits, brand new ones, since like 1980. This has a heads-up display in it. It's using modern manufacturing techniques. We need a suit like that as we start to go back to the moon, as we start to settle on the moon. The process has to become simpler.
So now here we have Sarah Gillis. Imagine, she is a SpaceX engineer, an employee who got to conduct this amazing mission, you know, going out testing those spacesuits. I mean, it was something to watch. And did you see that view? Oh my gosh.
It was incredible. And his words talking about the perfect world. And we had a lot of work to do on the surface of the world, but from his perspective, it was a perfect world. And there is Sarah Gillis. And what we're just hearing from Mission Control for SpaceX, everything is finished. The spacewalk is over. That was the pressurization, now the depressurization. Everything is considered finished from the spacewalk. This is a 5-day mission. And how could it all told, Nicole, how could it really advance our understanding of space exploration? Yeah,
so, I mean, it's very important because we're going to become a spacefaring species. You know, that's the goal. Elon Musk, the founder of SpaceX, that is his goal. So it was also a test of the spacecraft itself that had never been exposed to the vacuum of space. But, you know, there are a lot of biological experiments on this mission as well. This isn't just a tourist, you know, venture. So they are testing, you know, how our brains and eyes react to space and, you know, how the repressurization and depressurization, how that affects, because it's like the bends with divers, right? So they're doing a lot, paving the way for getting us out and beyond Earth, beyond the moon.
So much excitement over this, and for good reason, as you lay out. Thank you so much, Nicole. Really appreciate it.